أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة ليكونوا لهم عزا كلا سيكفرون بعبادتهم ويكونون عليهم ضدا ألم تر أنا أرسلنا الشياطين على الكافرين تؤزهم أزا فلا تعجل عليهم إنما نعد لهم عدا يوم نحشر المتقين إلى الرحمن وفدا ونسوق المجرمين إلى جهنم وردا. صدق الله العظيم. These are ayat from Surah Maryam, the ayah number 81, 82, 83 and 84. In the ayah number 81, Allah says, the Exalted, the Almighty, وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ آلِهَةً, and they have taken gods. وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ آلِهَةً. Why? لِيَكُونُوا لَهُمْ عِزًّا, so that they might be supporter for them, so that they might be power for them. لِيَكُونُوا لَهُمْ عِزًّا. They wanted to receive that power and glory and honor over these idols. So there is no valid reason for these gods. They have no argument, no evidence, no proof about them. As Allah said, إِنْ هِيَ إِلَّا أَسْمَاءٌ سَمَّيْتُمُوهَا أَنْتُمْ وَآبَاؤُكُمْ. These are just names. You have named them. Your fathers, your forefathers named them, and there is no reality behind these gods. Nothing. Batil. Meaningless. So just names, you have produced them and you have taken them for some reasons, some worldly reasons. Remember what Ibrahim alayhi salam said in Quran, إِنَّمَا اتَّخَذْتُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ أَوْثَانًا مَوَدَّةَ بَيْنِكُمْ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. You have produced these idols between you just for some worldly reasons, just for your desires. You wanted to fulfill your desires, so you have produced these idols. And over these idols, you ruled the society and you fulfilled your desires, your lust and your passion. So they have no real respect toward their idols, and they do not believe in them. Actually, within themselves, they know that they are just stones, rocks, or creatures like them. But they know that they could fulfill their desires through these idols or through these gods. In this ayah, Allah do not name them as idols. Anything has been taken as God can be mentioned in this ayah. وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ آلِهَةً. For example, a human being, if he has been taken as God, as deity, as a deity besides Allah, then he is also being mentioned in this ayah. Allah didn't say وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ أَصْنَامًا or أَوْثَانًا. He said آلِهَةً. They have taken besides Allah gods. لِيَكُونُوا لَهُمْ عِزَّةً, so that they might receive power, honor, glory, sport over them. كَلَّا, Allah says nay. سَيَكْفُرُونَ بِعِبَادَتِهِمْ وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا. They will deny their worshipping of them. وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا, and they will be enemies for them. وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا. But this will not happen in this life, and the evidence that in the ayah there is harf as-sin, سَيَكْفُرُونَ. They will deny their worship. وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ آلِهَةً لِيَكُونُوا لَهُمْ عِزًّا. They have produced these idols, these gods or these people, in order to fulfill their desires in this life, and they have claimed something. They said these idols will protect us when we are resurrected. If we are resurrected, then these gods, these idols, will avail us from the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or something like that. They do not say we just produce these idols for some worldly desires, and in reality they are nothing. They cannot say the reality. They cannot say what they believe in reality. They just pretend themselves. They just claim something else. They say these are intercessors between us and Allah, intermediaries. They benefit us in this life because they ask Allah on behalf of us, and in hereafter they will lead us to Jannah. They will protect us from the punishment of Allah. Allah says, Kalla, it will not happen. So all of their expectation is inside that word, Izzah. They wanted to take Izz over them, power. They wanted to receive that things. But some of them just they claim in their mouth, but they do not believe. If you say about the day of resurrection, they say we have gods, we have idols, or we have that person who has some authority from Allah. They will protect us from Allah. They will not let Allah to punish us, because Allah loves them and they love Allah. There is a special relationship between them. So if they ask Allah something for us, then Allah will not refuse them. Quraysh said the same about their idols. They said these idols, actually there are the souls of the angels inside of them, their spirit. So these angels, they are pure and they are the daughters of the Almighty. Hasha lillah. So when we worship them, we please them, and they will please Allah on our behalf, and so we shall enter Jannah because of their intercession. That's how they claimed about the hereafter. If they believed in the hereafter, or if you talk about the hereafter, they have their solution for everything, but over their idols, over their deities, besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So their expectation and their trust upon their deities, not upon Allah. According to them, you should guard yourself with someone, or with some idol, or with someone who has that position, that special position in the sight of Allah, in the presence of Allah. So according to them, Allah is that one whom you need to protect yourself against Him by or with someone else, not through obeying Him, not through avoiding the haram, the unlawful things. Yes, we have to protect ourselves from the punishment of Allah, but by obeying Him, by loving Him, and by following the truth. This is the true way of taqwa, or protecting yourself. But if you believe that you should find someone else or something or any idol to protect yourself from Allah, this is the wrong way, because no one can protect you against the Almighty. The Almighty Allah has every right over you to punish you. No one can prevent Him from doing such thing. And Allah cannot be obliged by anyone else. We have to know this reality. Some people think that that person is very important. He is wali of Allah. This is his claim. But even if he is in that state, we cannot believe that he can oblige Allah Azza wa Jal. He can ask Allah something and Allah have to respond to him. No. You can find Ibrahim alayhi salam, the one whom Allah said about وَاتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ خَلِيلًا. Allah have chosen Ibrahim as close friend, as good friend, Khalila. But Allah didn't accept his prayer about his father. He asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive him, to guide him, but Allah didn't change his sunnah, his rule. His father didn't follow the way of hidayah, so Allah didn't grant him hidayah. Didn't grant him hidayah and refused dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and didn't purify him, didn't forgive him. So no one can oblige Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah is the one who can do whatever he wants, whatever He will. So we are under His authority and He will judge between us. We should please Him, not the others. Those people who claim something like that, believe in me, they do not believe in this because they do not have proof in them, and their logic, their understanding, their reason will not let them to believe in such thing. They just fool themselves, and they have noticed that this is the easy way to enter Jannah without looking for the truth, without examining the truth, without realizing, analyzing the truth, reading Quran, reasoning, using your faculties whom Allah granted. It's according to them a difficult way. So follow somebody blindly and he will take you to Jannah. They cannot make themselves believe in such thing. But you may find them, they claim something like that. Allah says, كلا nay, سيكفرون بعبادتهم. They will deny. The matter is not as they claim, and it will not be happen as they hope. سيكفرون بعبادتهم. They will deny their worship of them. These idols, or these people, or these things, whom they worshipped besides Allah Azza wa Jal, whom they associated as partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will deny their worship. سَيَكْفُرُونَ بِعِبَادَتِهِمْ وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا, and they will be enemies, they will be adversaries against them. وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا, so they cannot avail anything. They will call them, Allah will say, أَيْنَ شُرَكَاؤُكُمُ الَّذِينَ كُنْتُمْ تَزْعُمُونَ, where are these partners whom you alleged in the worldly life? Look at the ayah, كُنْتُمْ تَزْعُمُونَ. Zam means you claim something without believing in it. You just claim, but you do not believe. Zam. You are lying in your allegement, in your claim. So Allah used that word in that ayah. أَيْنَ شُرَكَاؤُكُمُ الَّذِينَ كُنْتُمْ تَزْعُمُونَ. Allah didn't say كُنْتُمْ تُؤْمِنُونَ, because they do not have iman, they do not have confidence, they cannot believe in such thing. These faculties which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, granted us will not let us to believe in such thing. We just can deny our faculties and fool ourselves in order to believe in such thing, or in order to say such thing. سَيَكْفُرُونَ بِعِبَادَتِهِمْ, they will deny them. They will say to them, no, we do not accept your worship. We didn't invite you to worship us, like Shaitan. وَقَالَ الشَّيْطَانُ لَمَّا قُضِيَ الْأَمْرُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَعَدَكُمْ وَعْدَ الْحَقِّ وَوَعَدْتُكُمْ فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ فَلَا تَلُومُونِي. He said, do not blame me. Blame yourself. You have did what you did, and this crime belongs to you. You choose the false by yourself and intentionally, and at that time it was plain for you, the falsehood and the truth. Allah made them plain, manifest to you, but you choose the falsehood by yourself. I just invited you to falsehood, and you followed this falsehood by yourself. وَمَا كَانَ لِي عَلَيْكُمْ مِنْ سُلْطَانٍ. There was not any authority for me over you. I didn't have any authority to oblige you, to coerce you. No, I just invited you. So you are criminals. Blame yourself. فلا تلوموني ولوموا أنفسكم ما أنا بمصرخكم ولا أنتم بمصرخي. You cannot save me, and I cannot save you. So there will not be any relationship between them, especially those human beings who used or claimed some authorities and gathered the people behind them and promised them that they will save them from the punishment of Allah, and they will ask Allah to admit them Jannah, and they promised that Allah will not refuse them. Just follow me blindly. I will take you to Jannah, and in this life I will benefit you. Whenever I make dua to Allah, Allah do not refuse me. So follow me and I will make dua to Allah. I have some authorities, some karamat, they put names something like that. And so you will benefit from me in this life and in the hereafter. So follow me. In this life, they invite the people with this propaganda. But in the hereafter, they will not accept them. They will be enemies in that life, because each other they fooled themselves. Each side fooled themselves. Each side wanted to fulfill his desires in this worldly life and wanted to follow an easy way without losing this the desires of this life and without losing the chance of the hereafter. But this is not a valid way. First of all, you have to use your reason. Without using your reason, just following the others, you cannot achieve anything. Because the reason, our intelligence, our heart, is the most important bounty, blessing of Allah. We have to use them. We cannot deny them. If we deny them, then Allah says, إِنَّ شَرَّ الدَّوَابِّ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الصُّمُّ الْبُكْمُ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ. According Allah, among His creatures, there is no one worse than that one who do not reason, who do not see, and who do not hear. Just following the others blindly, believing in anything without reasoning them. These are the worst creatures of the Creator. Inna sharra ad-dawab bi'inda Allah. You cannot define anyone worse than them. So you should understand how much it is big, how big crime it is. No crime bigger than this, because it is the most important blessing of Allah. You deny that blessing, and accordingly you are criminal. وَيَكُونُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ ضِدًّا. So their end will be lost, their end will be very bad, very evil, because they fooled themselves. They just wanted to fool their Creator and to find an area freely from the commandments of Allah Azza wa Jal, without reading Quran, without following the truth. Just they produced a new religion between themselves, over their idols, over their shuyukh, or over their gods, anything. But their plan is not smart and it will not succeed. Let's move on to the ayah number 83. Allah says, the Almighty, Alam tara, haven't you seen? Alam tara, Anna arsalna, that we have sent الشياطين, the shayateen, على الكافرين, over the disbelievers. Allah sent the shayateen over the disbelievers. So we understand from the beginning of this ayah that Allah allow the shayateen to descend upon some people according their action. You do something, and by your action Allah allow the shaitan to come upon you or protect you from the shaitan. So you are the reason who opened the way for shaitan, as if you are inviting him, as if you are inviting him. إِنَّمَا اسْتَزَلَّهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ بِبَعْضِ مَا كَسَبُوا. Allah said, shaitan did some wrong, shaitan did some wrong, or enabled to do some wrong against them because of what they earned. إِنَّمَا اسْتَزَلَّهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ بِبَعْضِ مَا كَسَبُوا. They slipped. Shaitan made them slip. But this mistake didn't happen because of the power of shaitan. No, because of what some evil actions of those people. They did some evil actions and so thus they enabled shaitan against themselves. That's how we open the way to shaitan. We earn some evil actions, we commit some evil actions, and Allah allowed the shaitan against us. That as if that is invitation from us to Allah. Send the shaitan to me. And the opposition also is valid. If you do good action, if you seek refuge with Allah, if you follow the truth, then Allah will guard you against shaitan. Inna Allah yudafi'u 'anil ladhina amanu. Allah guards those who believed. Or as in the ayah where Allah says, وَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ جَعَلْنَا بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ حِجَابًا مَسْتُورًا. Whenever you read Quran, we put a hijab, a sitr, something guard you against those who do not believe in hereafter. So it guards you. وَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ جَعَلْنَا. And there is another ayah, وَإِذَا ذَكَرْتَ رَبَّكَ فِي الْقُرْآنِ وَحْدَهُ وَلَّوْا عَلَى أَدْبَارِهِمْ نُفُورًا. And when you read Quran and remember the name of your Lord, they will flee, they will escape from you, they will go away from you. So there are some good actions which we can, over them we can guard ourselves against shaitan or shayateen, and there are many evil actions. When we do them, we became weak against the shaitan. We enable the shaitan against ourselves. Look at this ayah. Allah says, أَلَمْ تَرَ أَنَّا أَرْسَلْنَا الشَّيَاطِينَ. Haven't you seen that we are sending the shayateen, the satans, عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ, upon those who deny the truth, who deny their Lord, who deny the book, who deny the messenger, who deny whatever they understand that it is the truth. Denying something, it is the most biggest crime, denying the truth. Then whenever a human being deny a truth, Allah send a shaitan against him. This is similar to what Allah said, وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ نُقَيِّضْ لَهُ شَيْطَانًا. And whoever turns away from the remembrance of the most gracious. Yashu means turning away blindly, without looking it, without understanding it, just turning away. You do not want to learn, you do not want to understand, you keep yourself away from the truth. إعراض. وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ. You keep your sight away from the remembrance of the most gracious. You take yourself away. You do not want to confront with the Lord, with the Creator. You do not want to listen to the truth. They harm you because you are upon the falsehood. You do not want to remember the truth. And you do not want to remember the most gracious, the Creator of the heavens and earth. Those people, look how they are criminal. Allah says, وَمَنْ يَعْشُ عَنْ ذِكْرِ الرَّحْمَنِ نُقَيِّضْ لَهُ شَيْطَانًا. We appoint a shaitan over him, with him. We appoint a shaitan, نُقَيِّض for him, نُقَيِّضْ لَهُ شَيْطَانًا فَهُوَ لَهُ قَرِينٌ. Then they are together, they will be together, to be a companion for him. After that moment, he will be companion for him. نُقَيِّضْ لَهُ شَيْطَانًا فَهُوَ لَهُ قَرِينٌ, and they will be good friends, each other. Through that action, you invite the shaitan. So, when you have the chance to read Quran, to understand the truth, to acknowledge them, fulfill whatever you did. Take advantage of this chance. When you refuse, when you delay, when you postpone, what should you do at that moment? Be aware that you have no much chance. Maybe tomorrow, or after 1 year, or 3 years, or after 10 years, you shall not be able to understand, to realize the truth, and to follow them. Follow them today. Because may Allah send the shaitan over you, and you will be weaker at the second step, or after a year. The time determined by Allah Azza wa Jal, we do not know after 10 years or after 20 years how much the chance given to the human being, and we do not know whether it is according to the time, the seconds and hours, or it has a dimension other than that which we do not know. But we know that Allah has given an equal chance for every human being to understand, to make him understand the truth, and to be certain about them, and at that moment give him the chance to make his choice. This is the abstract of the life of any human being, but we cannot know how much need for a human being according the years, or whether it is according the years, or it has a dimension other than the years. Allah said in Ayah in the Quran, when the criminals asked him to give him a second chance to return to the life again, to be a believer, and they promised Allah, فَرْجَعْنَا نَعْمَلْ صَالِحًا إِنَّا مُقِنُونَ, please give us a second chance. Let us return to the life again. We will be righteous people. Allah said to them, أَوَلَمْ نُعَمِّرُكُمْ مَا يَتَذَكَّرُ فِيهِ مَنْ تَذَكَّرَ وَجَاءَكُمُ النَّذِيرُ. Didn't we have grant you a life which it was sufficient for that one who wants to remember, who wants to understand, who wants to follow the truth? It was enough. It was sufficient. It was sufficient time, or it was sufficient chance, or if it sufficient possibility, we do not know. But after this statement of Allah, they will not be able to say no. They all will acknowledge, confess that Allah has given them that chance, that life, but they persistently, insistently denied the truth. Allah says, if we make them return to the life, there will be no change in their choice. No one, no single human being. Allah in this life tests the people in very certain way, so there is no exception after His judgment. When He judges about a human being, then it cannot change. When He say this man is evil, after testing him in this life, then if you return him to this life 1,000,000 times, he will not change himself. أَلَمْ تَرَ أَنَّا أَرْسَلْنَا الشَّيَاطِينَ. So there is a wide possibility, a wide chance, a sufficient life here, and no one will lose this test other than that one who is insistently deny the truth. Therefore Allah said, ألقيها في جهنم كل كفار عنيد. Cast into the hellfire, into Jahannam, every persistent and every denier. Persistently, insistently, those who deny the truth. They are the dwellers of the hellfire. ألم ترى أنا أرسلنا الشياطين على الكافرين. And this is akin to what Allah said, استعيذ بالله ويجعل الرجس على الذين لا يعقلون. Allah puts the evil, the dirty things over those who do not reason. إن شر الدواب عند الله الصم البكم الذين لا ويجعل الرجس على الذين لا يعقلون. Allah puts the dirty things over those who do not deny, like the shayateen. If the man do not reason, refusing to reason, refusing to understand, refusing to reflect upon this issue, upon his life, then Allah sends the dirty things over him. الرجس على الذين لا يعقلون, like the shayateen, because this is their choice. They refuse the truth, they refuse the pure things, then Allah opened for them the way of dalala, the way of misguidance. Otherwise, if Allah didn't open for them that way, then it would be mandatory for them to follow the way of hidayah. If Allah didn't open the alternative, then the man would be obliged to follow the truth, to follow the way of hidayah. No, Allah didn't make like that. Allah opened the way both. إِنَّا هَدَيْنَاهُ السَّبِيلَ إِمَّا شَاكِرًا وَإِمَّا كَفُورًا. We opened the way both for them, whether if he want to be one of those who give thanks to Allah, to his creator, and acknowledge him, or whether those who deny him and not thanking him. أَلَمْ تَرَ, haven't you seen, أَنَّا أَرْسَلْنَا, that we have sent the shayateen. Allah says we have sent the shayateen. Shayateen, Satans, cannot do something by themselves. They do not have that right. They do not have that energy, that possibility. If Allah do not let them, they cannot do anything. على الكافرين, over those who deny the truth, تَأُزُّهُمْ أَزَّا. And this is the end of the ayah, number 83. Allah says, تَأُزُّهُمْ, they push them to do evil. تَأُزُّهُمْ أَزَّا, they push them to do evil. They bring some theories to them. They refuse the truth. Now they are looking for something else. Allah sends the shayateen, and the shayateen bring some theories, some false theories, in order to present that series to this man who refused the truth, and he needs something else. And when he listened to these theories, he accepted them. Even at that moment, he do not believe in them. But after a while, he will be able, he will more able to follow them. After a while, the shayateen will make them beautiful, and he will coerce himself to follow these theories because he do not want to follow the truth. This is his choice. تَأُزُّهُمْ أَزَّا. They will harass them, they will disturb them until they disobey Allah the Almighty. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.